I have new business. You know, I was going to mention this earlier in under goal number 3, number 15, where it says explore opportunities to provide additional transparency and efficiencies within the commissioner's office on the commissioner level. You know, I've been talking about that for a while. I want to hand around something that I've prepared over the weekend regarding a resolution that I would like for the commissioners to consider, and with the president's permission, I'd like to read it. Madam President?
Sure. Absolutely.
Whereas all members of the Charles County Board of Commissioners are committed to transparency in government, whereas transparency at the commissioner level is paramount to creating transparency at the commissioner form of government, whereas the leadership of our county is neither efficient nor transparent if all commissioners do not have an active role in making policy decisions, whereas our form of government dictates that our citizens are best served by a diverse set of leaders with a diverse set of opinions and ideas from different parts of the county. Whereas we are committed to upholding the legal form of government where all decisions are made by a majority of the Board of Commissioners. Whereas there have been credible allegations of past misrepresentations of positions taken and decisions made by the Board. Whereas we reaffirm our commitment to open government. Whereas we deem it essential to reassure the citizens of our county that we will honor the elected commissioner form of government, a government that earns the respect and pride of our citizens and is free of intimidation. Whereas the Board of Commissioners alone have the power to delegate authority to another commissioner, whereas the Board of Commissioners hereby rescinds any powers previously granted to the President of the County Commissioners. Be it hereby resolved that from this date forward, the Commissioner President's sole duty as President is to chair the Board of Commissioner meetings. The remainder of the authority of the decision-making power rests in the full Board of County Commissioners. Any delegated authority other than the ministerial and procedural functions, either actual or perceived, and any standard operation procedures policies to the contrary are hereby rendered null and void. The county administrator is hereby directed to advise all directors in writing that policy decisions and or decisions having a fiscal impact must be approved by the full Board of County Commissioners. Thirdly, no commissioner has the authority to make statements for or give testimony on behalf of the Board of Commissioners without the specific approval of the full board. Fourth, the content of any statements and or testimony on behalf of the Board of Commissioners must receive prior approval by the full board prior to such statement and or testimony. Agendas for commissioner meetings must be approved by the full Board of Commissioners in the following fashion, and I've outlined the fashion. I'm going to try to shorten this. 6, any correspondence on behalf of the Board of Commissioners must be approved by the full Board of Commissioners. Commissioners are prohibited from using county resources or staff for events unless sanctioned by the full Board of Commissioners. And lastly, the county attorney, county administrator, department heads, and other staff are directed by the Board of Commissioners are instructed that they report to the entire Board of Commissioners. Therefore, all policy decisions and legal decisions shall be brought before the full Board of Commissioners and not just one commissioner. This is something that I'd like the board to consider, and I make a motion that we adopt this resolution. Is there a second?
Is there a second?
A second.
There's a second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Directing my comment to the legal counsel.
And before you answer, Ms. Holtz, give some thought to the charter board resolution and how we handled that. And there was no, that was just put on the agenda. It completely changed the resolution that we entered on in December of 2012 on the charter board completely was turned on its head when we made the second resolution, March 5th, and there was no necessity for any of that.
The indication of another error does not make this error does not make it okay for you to have another error.
Commissioner Davis, this was an error from the beginning. You authored the resolution. You did not provide it to the county attorney in advance.
And you asked for it to be reviewed immediately after, and it was reviewed and approved. It was.
No, it wasn't approved. We had to enter another resolution to fix it.
She fixed the changes.
They weren't changes. They were illegal The resolution was illegal. You had no authority to do what you said you were doing.
Candace, immediately, I do recall this, immediately after the resolution, you asked that it be reviewed by legal counsel. Legal counsel came back and said that she would make the following additions, and therefore we had 2012-23. We amended it, we added an addendum to the initial resolution, and that was included.
Exactly, because the
So it's
resolution...
already been legally reviewed.
The resolution was illegal.
It wasn't illegal,
It
Candace.
was-
You're not a lawyer. The attorney said it
that's
wasn't
right, you are,
illegal.
And you've been busy giving us legal advice, and that's my point. You said in the resolution that there were credible allegations. There were not. I want the resolution revisited and that statement removed.
I don't have a problem with that. I think the resolution is good for all.